Coming up to the penultimate round. Now, two big last rounds for either man. Could swing this one, I think. McCloskey's a little wild with a right hand there. Evades the right hand of Wright quite successfully. Talk about toe to toe, this is nose to nose, these two fellas. And I must say, confess, I didn't expect this sort of a fight at all.
I know we keep saying yes, Jimmy, but we have to keep saying because McCloskey is keeping doing the same thing. And in my opinion, it's the wrong thing because he doesn't look anywhere near as good tonight as what he has looked in his previous fight. You know, he's lethargic looking when he's inside, and Wright is having every bit as much success as what McCloskey's having. So at this moment in time, look, this fight could go either way. But McCloskey, in my eyes, is fighting the wrong fight.
But he sure wants to show that he can fight as well as box, and he's doing that tonight, and that's the way the cookie crumbles, and he's certainly doing it. Hard, tough battle this is. The survival of the fitter. That's a lovely right hook to the body of Wright, delivered by McCloskey. Swings the left, that was wide of the bar.
That was a nice.
They're both giving and they're both taking.
Good stuff from McCloskey again. We need more of that. If we're going to be inside, let them go and let them go hard.
Two good right hands there from Paul McCloskey to the body. Well, we've seen a new Paul McCloskey tonight. Anybody who thought wrongfully that his game was to box at distance and just pick them off and counter, tonight they're saying a man who is ready for the fight, and he's had to fight. But that eye of his has been giving him trouble from the very beginning. I don't know how much trouble, but clearly they've worked. Eamon McGee has become an expert in the corner at handling that sort of stuff. Last few seconds of the second last round, and the bell will be welcome relief. 1 minute of respite, that's all there'll be. A good right hand to finish it all there, and my goodness, I don't know how you're scoring this one, David, but it's close.
The way I have it, it's very, very, very close. I have McCloskey ahead just slightly, but look, it's still anybody's fight. Great stuff from Paul McCloskey. That's the best infighting that he's done through the whole fight. He's letting the punches go, he's letting them go hard, and he's letting them go off. But he's doing some good stuff. He threw some real good head shots and body shots there. But that was the best yet in the infighting from Paul McCloskey.
Yeah, he's proving one thing, Dave. He can fight and he's not afraid to fight.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Jimmy. He can fight, but he fights best when he's on the counter, hitting and moving and keeping things at long range. That's when Paul McCloskey excels, when he keeps the guys away from it and he's on the move.
I'll tell you what's on the counter tonight. A probable shot at a European title. The champion of England against the pride of Dungiven, County Derry. The pair of southpaws who fought like fighting cocks tonight in Limerick. Neither man is held back. And they've fought for most of the fight with their foreheads right against each other. Looking for an opening, waiting for the opening, waiting to take advantage. McCloskey trying a hooking uppercut on the inside.
Yes, that was good stuff from McCloskey again. But Wright's having some great success too, Jimmy. It's not all one-way traffic by any manner of means.
Oh no.
But McCloskey's going to have to be careful here.
You see, Wright is cutting him down the inside. with that very sharp, close hook on the inside. Little short hooks to the head from Nigel Wright. McCloskey coming with a big finish, the finish the crowd wanted to see. Okay, so he can box your head off. Tonight he's boxing the heart, maybe out of Nigel Wright. Maybe. I think I haven't like Dave Boy, I have him ahead in the fight. And he's certainly gone further ahead in this last round. Good run from McCloskey. Finishing with a flourish, you can't beat that. It's like the last act on a concert. If the last act in the concert can sway the audience with a great song, then they go home thinking of that person. More or less like that. Great last round for Paul McCloskey. A minute to go. Now can Wright make a comeback? His corner has been relatively quiet in this round, but they have a lot to be proud of, as has their man. But a good, very good last round from Paul McCloskey. Again, the heads come close, but there's not a sign of head butting. The heads are just rubbing against each other. McCloskey on the inside, he's missing with some, he's taking some. But he's going to get out of this world alive.
It's real nail-biting stuff, but McCloskey caught Wright with a cracking right hand there.
But Wright can take it, and so can McCloskey take it. Wright was holding McCloskey's arm there, prisoner. It's a great finish, last 15 seconds of the fight. And Paul McCloskey is really on top in the last round. And the crowd know it, and they're on their feet here in Limerick, cheering home the man from Dungiven. That's a long run from Dungiven to Limerick. And I'd say most of the people here tonight are not from Dungiven, but they're in the heart and the soul of Paul McCloskey. Two great fighters, Nigel Wright and Paul McCloskey, have given the crowd here in Limerick a fight to remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of toe-to-toe action. Give both boys a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee David Irvin has scored the contest. And Nigel Wright 93 points, Paul McCloskey 97 points. The winner, Paul McCloskey!
McCloskey has won it, 97-93. But if ever I saw a rematch on the cards, there's one there. The two fighters talking to each other. They've given us a wonderful fight, a really great fight. Both men have a lot in their lockers, and both men displayed it tonight. Paul McCloskey can box on long, he can box short, and goodness me, he can fight.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Paul McCloskey, congratulations. That was a pretty tough fight, wasn't it?
Very tough, and I knew it would be. I've studied this man. I say this man has been around a long time. He was there when I was an amateur, a double ABA champion, fought for the Commonwealth title in his last fight, only lost by 2 or 3 points. What a fighter, what a hurt. I caught him with some good shots in there and he kept coming. Tough lad.
Jimmy McGee has described your fight tonight as a new dimension because you're able to fight long and fairly close and short as well.
Well, if you're going to win things in boxing, you've got to be able to do everything. You can't win things and not be able to do everything. So I'm working hard in the gym and this side of my game. The boxing kind of comes naturally to me, but I still work on it, and I'm just delighted with the victory. That's a great fighter there, Nigel.
How about that right eye, Paul? It looks very sore from here. Did it affect your performance?
It happened early. It was just a clash of heads, accidental as always. You know, just we both went done. Eamon done a great job. John just told me to keep boxing, which he done for half a fight, and then I fought the rest. You know, but I don't know how to do. Nigel's a tough man, a good fighter.
Where would you like to go from here now, Paul?
British or European, either or. If whichever comes first, I'll take anything. But I think anything else a step back. I need to move on now to bigger things.
Have you got relations here in Limerick? Because they love you here in Limerick.
Well, I'm a good friend of. By the way, that's not my teeth. I'm a good friend of Andy Lee's, you know, and I've been down here before, and the sport down here is brilliant. I say everybody here is fighting at home. And I'd like to thank Brian Peters, and I'd like to thank Martin Donnelly, who sponsored me, you know, and he done a great job, got me t-shirts and all, so I'm delighted. Tonight's just went excellent.
Well done, Paul. Stay with us. John Breen, your coach, is here beside us. Where do you go from here? Is the British title against David Barnes on the cards?
That's a fight we want. We've wanted it for a long time, you know, and hopefully we can get it now. Like, Nigel Wright's as good as anybody in Britain, you know, so again, I think Paul showed his class there tonight. Like they were saying last year that Paul was the best protected fighter in the world. He showed tonight he wasn't protecting it. He had a hard fight tonight and he came through with flying colours.
Give me just a technical analysis very briefly. I know you're obviously pleased he won, but what were you most pleased in terms of his actual performance?
His strength, I thought his strength was very good tonight. He was working on his strength with Kerry Keys, and I think it showed there tonight. You know, he's very strong over the body and the punches were very good.
It'll be a nice pleasant journey back to Dungiven and County Derry. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, Paul McCloskey.